Have you ever met a student and then some point pretty quickly into the conversation, you didn't know what to say? Man, that's happened to me so many times. It's kind of like, hey man, what's up? Nice to meet you. What's your name? Oh, cool. I'm so glad to have you here. Hey, what grade are you in? All right, awesome. Where do you go to school? Cool. And then the awkward silence hits. Well, this video is going to prevent that from ever happening to you again. People are interested in the people who are interested in them. So I want to encourage you as a youth leader to be curious and to be interested in students' lives. What I'm about to do is give you 25 questions that you can ask to pretty much any student at any time that will help you to be curious and to be interested and to care about them and their life. Now, these questions are going to be the most helpful in those times right before and right after group when we're just kind of hanging out and people are showing up or people are leaving and it's just open hangout conversation time. These will be really helpful in that time, but you could also use them to get the conversation going in your small groups if you wanted to. These questions are also going to be the most helpful for new students who you just met and you're trying to get to know them, you're trying to get the conversation going. But they could also be helpful with regular students that you're trying to get to know a little bit better, or regular students who are not very talkative and sometimes hard to get the conversation going. Because let's be honest, guys, it can be awkward when you just don't know what to say or there's an awkward silence. So I want to give you these questions, and then what I want to encourage you to do is memorize several of them, or if you don't like any of the ones I give you, come up with several of your own so you can always have several questions just ready to ask so that you'll never be left with that awkward, like, I don't know what to say at this moment. If you can have these questions ready, you'll never be left feeling awkward or feeling like you don't know what to say, because let me challenge you, when you don't know what to say, just continue to ask questions. Not in a questioning sort of way, but with an authentic heart and attitude that I want to get to know you better. I'm honestly curious about your life. See, the goal of this is not to just find out information from the kid. The goal is to find common ground so that you could move from just question and answer into having an authentic and a real conversation where you feel like you've really connected with that student. So here's 25 questions that you could ask any student at any time. Number one, what do you love to do for fun? Or what do you love to do in your free time? What else do you love to do? Number two, what's your favorite kind of music, or what's your favorite band? Number three, what's your favorite kind of food? Number four, do you play any sports or any music? Are you in band or theater or marching band or anything like that? Number five, I like this one. What's the most interesting thing that you saw or heard this week at school? Number six, would you rather have bad breath or bad body odor? Would you rather be hot or cold? Number seven, would you rather be vomited on by a stranger or be vomiting on a stranger? I know some of these are just for fun. They'll break the ice. They'll get kids laughing a little bit. Number eight, what's your most embarrassing moment? Now, if they seem a little bit hesitant to share, then you go ahead and go first and share your most embarrassing moment with them, and then ask them to share theirs. Number nine, look for something in their appearance, like with their hair or their clothes or their shoes, and then make a comment on it in order to get the conversation going. Hey, really cool shoes, where'd you get those? Hey, I love your hair. Hey, nice shirt. You like that band that's on that shirt? Number 10, if I gave you $100 million and told you you have to spend it this week, what would you do, or what would you spend that money on? Number 11, if you could eat only one food for the rest of your life, you had to eat it every single day of your life, what would it be? Number 12, who's your best friend? After they answer, say, well, what is it that makes them your best friend? Number 13, if you could go anywhere in the world, where would you travel to? Number 14, if you could meet any human who's dead or alive, who would it be and why? Number 15, what's the craziest thing you've ever done? Number 16, do you have any secret talents or skills? Oh, cool. Would you be willing to show me? Number 17, if you could be any animal, what animal would you be and why? Number 18, what's one thing that you either love or hate about your parents? Number 19, what's the weirdest thing you eat at home? And kind of another one on that is, what's the weirdest thing you've ever eaten? Number 20, is there anything that I could be praying for you about this week? Number 21, do you regularly go to church anywhere? And this kind of only works if they don't already come to Summit. Number 22, if you could ask God one question, any question, what would it be? Number 23, what was the last thing you cried about? Now this might get a little bit deeper, but hey, use your judgment of whether you should ask this question the first time you meet a kid or not. Number 24, if you could change one thing about your school, what would you change? And number 25, how many brothers and sisters do you have? What ages are they? And do you get along with them? Hey, I know that was a lot, so you might want to rewind this thing and re-listen to those so you can begin to get them in your mind. But also, you might want to write them down so you can refer to them and each week go back and add a few new questions to your repertoire. In fact, I'm going to put all these questions in the video description on this video so you could even go in, copy and paste, and put it in your phone and have it ready so you can look at it right before we meet every single week to help give you new questions to be thinking about and to be asking students week after week. Another idea is just to pick one question and ask it to every single kid that you talk to on that night until you get through all 25 questions and then come up with some of your own maybe. Hopefully this is helpful for you so that you can do a great job at being interested in students' lives and caring about students. Because guys, remember, we want every single student who walks through our doors to feel like they belong in the Elevate family. We want them to feel like they're welcomed with open arms and accepted no matter what. And us being ready to be interested in their lives is going to help with that in a big way.